Okay. Well, good morning. We are talking to Heyward Mathews, who is an adjunct professor of oceanography at the Clearwater campus. And Heyward, you were just telling me you had the shortest, I think the shortest retirement in history, right? You retired and came back as an adjunct.
That is correct. Back 7 years ago, I retired, and then 30 days later came back as an adjunct and have been an adjunct then ever since.
Wow. Well, we were talking on the phone yesterday about the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, and if there's an expert in these parts on reefs and underwater biology, it's probably you in this area. Would you say that's right?
Probably so.
Yeah.
I built the Pinellas County Artificial Reef System, and with both my scuba classes and my oceanography classes, I'm usually out in the Gulf, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week, pretty much all year round.
Oh, and you've been studying this area underwater for the last 40 years.
43 years.
43.
Yeah. We actually started the reef program in '72, but even before that, we were collecting things for the marine biology classes. So
Yeah.
pretty familiar with the
I
local
guess
waters.
you must be. So the oil spill in the Gulf is of concern to everyone, but you're actually an expert, and I wonder what sort of concerns you have about that.
Well, the really biggest concerns we have, I think, is some of the material, the oil that actually are subsurface. The surface oil, if it gets here, is probably going to be mostly in the form of tar balls. And while those make a mess on the beach, they really don't do that much damage to the oceanographic material. However, those subsurface plumes that the University of South Florida discovered fairly early on offer some real serious problems for us.
Mm-hmm.
Those worry me very much.
Yeah. Do you have any sense of how likely it is that this will be a problem here, or what's the chances that it won't even come to this part of the world?
That's a big problem we have with those subsurface ones. On the surface currents, we know fairly well where the loop current is and how it meanders and things of that sort. But subsurface currents are so hard to study, and frankly, we haven't had that much research money in the last 10 to 20 years, so that we really don't know very much at all about subsurface currents. So it's almost impossible to predict if they'll get here, and if they do get here, when they'll get here.
Yeah.
So this is a big area of uncertainty, and USF has been really kind of the leader in this in the last couple of months there then in discovering these subsurface plumes and trying to track which way they're going. So we're kind of at feeling our way in the dark here on that one.